Traditional economics teaches that value comes from labor. Workers produce goods, companies add value, and consumers simply buy. That idea still holds, but it is no longer sufficient. In the age of artificial intelligence, a new source of value has emerged: real-world human behavior at scale. Every time people walk, drive, learn, shop, or interact with digital systems, they generate more than activity or content. They generate data that reflects how the real world actually works. This data is not random. It captures patterns of movement, decision-making, adaptation, and interaction patterns that are extremely difficult to reproduce in controlled environments. AI systems are increasingly built on this foundation. They do not just process information, they learn from reality itself, using large-scale human behavior as their training grounds. A clear example is Tesla and its full self-driving FSD system. Tesla did not rely primarily on simulated environments or limited test scenarios. Instead, it learned from millions of drivers operating in complex, unpredictable, real-world conditions. No laboratory setting could fully replicate this level of variability. By training on this data, Tesla's systems improve by learning how driving actually works in practice, not just in theory. This illustrates a broader shift. AI is, in many cases, reverse engineering real-world systems from human behavior. The value of this data is not just in its scale, but in its nature. It is continuous, generated every moment. Context rich, shaped by real environments. Difficult to replicate because it depends on lived experience. Without human participation, these systems have little to learn from. With it, they become increasingly powerful. Yet this contribution often goes unrecognized. Much of modern digital infrastructure is built on data generated by ordinary people, but the value created from that data is rarely attributed back to them. At the same time, consumption is often misunderstood as passive. In reality, it plays an active role. When people choose what to use, what to buy, and how to spend their time, they are collectively shaping which technologies succeed and which systems evolve. In this sense, consumers are not separate from producers. They are part of the same system, contributing through behavior rather than traditional labor. This shift becomes clearer across different domains. In education, recorded lectures create reusable knowledge. But the way people learn, their pace, habits, and patterns of understanding generates insights that are often more valuable than the content itself. In healthcare, individual medical records are useful. But long-term, continuous health data can reveal patterns that are difficult to detect at the level of individual cases. In both examples, value comes not only from outputs, but from observing real-world processes over time. One challenge is that current systems are not designed for long-term continuity. Data is often fragmented across platforms. Software and hardware are controlled by different entities. Services shut down, and information is lost. As a result, people have limited confidence that their contributions will persist or accumulate value over time. Meanwhile, leading technology companies tend to think in systems rather than isolated products. Organizations like Google build models based on large-scale patterns of user behavior. Projects such as Starlink may appear limited at first, but have the potential to reshape entire industries once they reach sufficient scale. Similarly, the rise of electric vehicles is not just about replacing individual products, but about gradually shifting the structure of energy demand. These changes often appear slow until they reach a tipping point, after which transitions can accelerate rapidly. The deeper imbalance is this. Some organizations are highly effective at learning from collective human behavior and turning it into technological systems. Most individuals, however, do not fully see how their everyday actions contribute to these systems or how those systems, in turn, shape future behavior. Labor produces goods. But at scale, human behavior produces something different, models of how the real world works. And in the age of AI, those models are becoming one of the most important sources of value. Ordinary people are not just users of technology. They're active participants in its development, whether they realize it or not. If future systems are designed to be more stable, transparent, and aligned with their contributors, it becomes possible to better recognize where value comes from, distribute that value more fairly, and build technologies that are more sustainable over time.